In this video, I am going to share with you how much YouTube has impacted my life with less than 500 subscribers. Just to give you a quick little idea, it has allowed me to shed so many insecurities that I've carried. It has allowed me to let go of so many judgments and really allow myself to be the student, to be a beginner, to be really vulnerable here on screen with you. It has allowed me to remove so many ideas I had that I thought might be what I should or could do, because by showing up here every day, it's become so clear to me what my purpose is. I am so grateful for you to be here with me and for us to be in this space, because it has truly made such an impact for me in my life, and you being here means more than you will ever know. If you are new here, my name is Amy. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me. If you've been here, thank you for being back. You are the reason why I can create this video today. I will start by saying that I am an introvert, okay? So this was not really what I had planned. I have been watching other people on YouTube for many years. One day, it was just an inner knowing that this is what I needed to do next. And this leads me to one of the things that has been the most impactful for me on starting this journey, really allowing myself to be a beginner at something, allowing myself to be vulnerable, and to follow my heart when it comes to how I want to show up in the world and how I want to share my own story and be a light for others. It can be really hard to allow ourselves to be new at something. It can be really hard to do that when you're on video and your face is seen and who knows who in the world is watching you. But I have been so impacted by the people who came before me, whether on YouTube or elsewhere, but those who have been vulnerable and shared their stories and shared their pains and their wins and how they've navigated through that. When people share like that, it lets us know what is possible. It lets us know, especially if it's not something we're seeing in our day-to-day life or through the people around us, that healing and expansion and growth and self-awareness and so much that can come from our lives is possible. I wanted to create this, letting all my judgments and insecurities aside, because I wanted to be able to share my own experiences and share what has been really helpful and significant for me with you. And I know that my story isn't going to resonate with everybody. That's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for that person who is going to hear something and feel comforted or feel expanded or inspired or hopeful or whatever it is. And one of the things I love about YouTube is that once I've created something, it's there. Maybe what I'm saying right now isn't going to resonate with someone today, but maybe it will in a year from now. And I love that I can speak from my heart today on what is so relevant for me and be able to have that out in the world for you whenever you or someone you may know may need that. We just don't always know how we're inspiring people. There are so many people that have made such an impact on me that will never know it simply because I maybe can't connect with them on a one-to-one basis to actually tell them. But this is an opportunity for me to give back. And I love this space for that. If you are thinking about starting something yourself, whether it is a YouTube channel, a community group, a website, anything you're thinking of starting, maybe it's just learning a new skill, I just really want to encourage you to do that, because no matter how old you are, no matter what's going on in your life, when we allow ourselves to tune into that part of us, it is so expansive. And I think it can be much more expansive and open so many aspects of ourselves, like creativity, that we are not going to do when we're just going through the same thing every single day. So if you are looking for a sign to start something, to become a little bit more vulnerable, to let yourself be seen, this is it. I have to acknowledge that many people start their YouTube channels to become monetized and to make money. Will that be awesome if my path leads to that? Absolutely. And mostly because I want to have more energy and more time and bandwidth to actually start creating more of all of the ideas I have that are always coming to me, but I'm simply using the time I have already to the extent that I can when it comes to everything here and connected to my Amy aligned parts of my life, because I am still working a full-time job, but I really want to be able to put my time and energy primarily here and not into working for somebody else and doing work that really doesn't have any substance to it for me and what my heart desires. That being said, when I started my YouTube channel, I did start it with the focus of money and mindset. It did really well initially, but I'll be honest, it only took a few months for me to realize that it just wasn't lighting me up. It wasn't my passion. Had my focus here been monetization, I would have continued doing that. But I had to go deeper. I knew that. I had to talk about and share and create in ways that were coming completely from my soul and in ways that I knew would be sustainable for many, many years to come. Because this is something that I have had in my heart as long as I can remember, and not necessarily through YouTube, but in the last year, it's been very clear to me that this was absolutely one of my mediums. I say this because this feels so authentic to me, and the growth probably would have looked different had I stuck with just talking about money. But that wouldn't have been authentic to me. And that was what mattered to me most. And being able to create a space for others to allow themselves to be vulnerable, to feel safe, to have the opportunity to hear aspects of my experiences and my story that will hopefully inspire you, bring you hope, help you really expand and connect to your own soul as well. With all of that being said, I still have to acknowledge being here at almost 500 subscribers. As of today, I had 466. I just can't believe, looking back on the last several months of having this channel, how much this has helped me to grow, to expand, and to be so certain of what my alignment is and what I need to be doing with my time and my purpose. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting here sharing any of this if I hadn't followed that. I really needed to go inward and honestly do all the things that I share about in my videos. I share about everything: meditation, Reiki healing, really deepening my self-awareness, finding humility, because that's what I'm doing and that is what is working for me. What I'm sharing is so relevant for me in my own life. One of the things I love about it being here on YouTube is that it doesn't have to be people in my physical community. I have been able to connect with people from all over the world whose energy resonates with mine and mine resonates with them. And there is something so beautiful about that, especially being an introvert. Let's be honest, if you are too, you get it. It feels so great to be able to connect, because it can sometimes actually be harder to connect with people in your community on topics like this. I can't wait to be able to create more of these videos in the future and continue sharing with you a little behind the scenes and just how deeply grateful I am to be in this space with you, to feel like I too can be totally vulnerable and totally authentic to myself and what matters most to me. Because ultimately, like attracts like, and regardless of how quickly or slowly your community is growing, what matters is that it is totally in alignment with who you are at your core. And that's what I get to do here with you. And I'm just so grateful for that. I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you'd like more, check out my folders with all sorts of different topics and videos, and consider subscribing. I will talk to you next time. Bye.